All right, this starts 2-4. We're going to talk about parallel and perpendicular lines on a graph. You may remember this from Algebra 1. If not, I'm going to teach it like you've never seen it. Okay. And feel free to color your notes like I have. All right. So parallel lines, let's look at the slope. Remember, slope is rise. Oops, let's get a pen. Over run. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So I went up 3 over 2 for line A. What about for line B? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I also went up 3 over 2. So if two lines are parallel, their slopes must be the same. So slopes of parallel lines are the same. Okay. Remember, parallel lines never touch, so they'll keep going forever and never touch. All right. Let's look at our perpendicular. So remember, a perpendicular, two perpendicular lines means that hopefully that's 90-degree angle. So here's how we test that. For C, we go down 1, 2, 3. Now notice I said down, so that's negative. And we go over 1. And -3 divided by 1 is -3. All right, let's look at D. It goes up 1, over 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these slopes are opposite reciprocals, meaning one is negative, one is positive. Reciprocal meaning one is 3 over 1 and the other one being 1 over 3. So the fractions flip. So in our box here, we're going to put slopes of perpendicular lines are negative reciprocals of each other. Okay? So remember, they make right angles. So if I took my protractor and measured, I should have 90, 90, 90, and 90 in all four corners there. All right, if you think you get it, you can pause here. I'm going to practice just a little bit more right here. So again, up to you. Pause and get started with your practice here. Or keep watching because you need more examples. All right, down 2, 1, 2, over 2, so down 2 over 2. -2 divided by 2 is -1. Down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 2. And then up 2 over 1. All right. So if I want to know, are A and B parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Well, A is -1, B is -1. They're the same, so they must be parallel. A and C are not the same, and they're also not opposite reciprocals, because opposite reciprocals would mean one's negative and one's positive, so therefore neither. A and D, we do have a positive and a negative, but we do not have reciprocals of one another, so we don't have two fractions that have flipped. So also neither. B and D is the same thing, so neither. It's the same thing as A and D. B and C. It was the same thing as A and C. We said that was neither as well. C and D, here we go. -1/2 and +2. Remember, if we have a number that doesn't have a fraction, we can assume it's over 1, which makes those opposite reciprocals because one is negative, one is positive, and the fractions are flipped. So they are perpendicular. I will have the answers up in the notebook for the second half if you want those. This ends the first video, part 2 coming next.